Hey guys, xMovingTarget here, and now it is time for that Stamplar build video that I promised a couple days ago. And oh damn, it's so hot. Is it also so hot where you live? Because I can't stand it. 35 degrees on the day. I think I want to kill myself. Pretty retarded. But anyway, this build is like heavily based. I mean, it's probably 100% based on Alcast's Jabsmania. I will link the thread, the official thread on Tamriel Foundry from Alcast on it. So if you have questions about the build, you can ask him as well, since all the credits of it goes to him. So let's I just gonna fire up a little kind of overview of everything. So here you basically have like everything all together. Makes it kind of easier for me, and probably for you too. Basically this is with buff food. My stat's like 19k HP now with 229 CPs. I know I'm totally behind, but many of you remember that I took a break for 1 month in April due to reasons. And I couldn't really catch up because I'm not the grindy kind of player, and I really don't like to grind. I mean, I hate it. I completely hate it. But whatever. Basically the attributes. I have 0 points in Magicka, 0 points in health, 62 points in stamina, basically all of them. And I still achieve 19k HP and a bit over 30k stamina, which is kind of okay. Recovery doesn't really matter that much, you will get that anyway. The base weapon damage with this build is going to be 2790 with 52.5% crit. Penetration, resistance, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, not that important. But let's go for the gear. The headpiece I use, actually let's open this as well so you can kinda see it a bit better. For the headpiece, I move this here so it doesn't interfere. Maybe like this. Yeah, that works. So head, Helmet of Hunding's Rage with infused, and of course stamina glyph on it. Just read the tooltips. I mean, Hunding's Rage, it's for stamina, one of the best sets that you can get. 3.2% weapon crit, 945 maximum stamina, and 672 weapon crit again, and on top of it 299 weapon damage. And of course you want to make this legendary. I mean, VR16 is kind of knocking at the door, so I don't know. Maybe there will be other sets that are going to be good, but we will see when it's time for that. So for now, this is the best setup that you can use. Helmet Hunting infused, then shoulders, Hunting's Rage 2 with divines on it, and of course stamina. And I think someone in the background is going to kill that mob that I or the world boss that I wanted to show you the rotation with. Oh well, I guess I have to wait then. Yeah, Divine's Shoulders. For this you could also use Vulcan Scoria, but I will come to that a bit later. And also 5 pieces Ravager. I have the gauntlets. The trait will always be impenetrable. It's fine, it's not that big of a deal. There's nothing that you can change about it, it's just what it is. Here. Chest, Ravaging again, with stamina on it, and again impenetrable, because it is what it is. Oh, by the way, set bonuses. 3% weapon crit, always good. You get 1k health, which is decent, so you don't have to put any points in health. 173 weapon damage, and an 8% proc on melee to get 622 weapon damage for 10 seconds, which is, yeah, I mean, do you really need an explanation for it? I don't think so. That's pretty much, yeah, it's kind of OP and it procs a lot, especially on the Templar when you just jab a lot. Belt hunting with Nirnhound. Try to get one piece of Nirnhound so your spell resistance is kind of up. It's nice to have, definitely. As you see, I think this resistance thing is this is armor 12,582 and this is basically spell resistance, almost 19k because of one piece Nirnhound. For now, try to get it. Later on, it might be a bit different, but yeah, because they also changed how Nirnhound works in update 7, so we will see what that's about later on. And then for the pants and the feet, I use a Shadow Walker because of two piece bonus 177. You could also go for Morak Tong if you have that rather than Shadow Walker. It doesn't make a difference. Both of them have 177 weapon damage when they are legendary. And all glyphs, of course, on stamina, because your HP will be high enough anyway. Jewelry, Ravager with stamina cost reduction, then another Ravager ring with weapon damage, and then Ravager necklace, just to get the 5 pieces. Here it's 61 weapon damage, it's the base glyph that comes with it. I didn't change it because I was like, nah, it's not worth to buy a golden weapon damage glyph for like 8-9k gold for 3 weapon damage. I don't think 3 weapon damage will be that big of a difference, honestly. So yeah, I just keep it like it is. It's fine for now. It's fine for me. It works. The weapons. Hunting's Rage Hammer or Mace. Mace or Hammer. That's what you need with Sharpened. Because for now, Sharpen plus Mace combination is kind of bugged. It gives you more armor penetration than intended, so rather use it. Update 7 will fix this, but until then, this is the best combination for that. And of course, armor reduction glyph on it. It procs quite a lot, and it helps with the DPS. And the second one is a sword of Hunting's Rage with Precise on it, and flame damage glyph. Flame damage is actually pretty good. It just adds a dot and it just ticks and ticks, and it's okay. It's good. You know, the damage of the burn is pretty decent. You could probably also just use poison or a disease or whatever. I picked flame because I like flames. You know, me as an old DK player, I never can go out without the flames. So yes, the second weapon has to be a master bow because of the poison arrow. Damage increased. Damage increase for 348 weapon damage against targets that are affected by it. That's basically when you hit one single mob, your weapon damage will be 348 points more on this mob and only on this mob. If you hit like if you hit one target in a big mob group and you it will only affect that one mob that you hit with it, not all of them. So it's not a buff that comes on your character, it's kind of a debuff that goes on the mob that's affected. And also, if you have a master bow, I mean, it helps a lot if it's infused, because the infuse glyph on it or trait on it will increase the weapon damage you get. So it's like 20% more. It would be like 310 without infused. So rather take it infused and you're good to go. That's basically it for the gear itself. And then we have the champion system on top of it. I don't know if you like this better, but I mean we can go over the trees separately too. Let's just close this down real quick and then let's go here. Let's start in the tower. Warlord. That's one of the most important things, because when you jab, you will burn your stamina like crazy, and this helps keeping it up. Because I find myself in like fights like Serpent, hard mode, where you also have to sprint a little bit and dodge roll and stuff like that, I frequently kind of run out of stamina. That might be, if you have more champion points, that I guess would help a lot. But I can just work with what I have here, so I took like 46 in here, and I will bump this further up to 100 points in the end. And the next one in the Lover, just 30 points in Mooncalf for the 10.8 stamina recovery, just so that I also get the Synergizer, because 2 ultimate whenever you use a synergy is quite decent. I think you don't really want to miss on that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. And yeah, this, nah, whatever. Not really important for deeps. With Shadow we don't have anything, and then Apprentice, because this is basically just Magicka stuff. Kind of like this. You later on you might go with some points in Blade Expert or Maces and Axes. I don't really know yet what will be probably best. I'll probably just go for Blade and put the sword in the main hand or something like that. Didn't really test it that much, and I don't even know if Alcast did it. But anyway, the next one in the Ritual, that's where most of your points will go into. 15 points in Precise Strikes. You want to increase this further in the end, because for now I just tried 15. It kind of works, it's okay. And then Mighty, this is the most important thing that you have to increase your damage in the champion system. You wanna, later on, you wanna have that 100% on 100 points. Because it's actually a good increase of your physical damage. For the defensive side of things, we have 15 points in the Spell Shield, because I figured that's more than enough. It's maybe even too much, but you know, I don't really like to block on my stamina, on stamina builds in general, because I don't like my main DPS resource getting drained by blocking. So I rather use it offensive, you know, to dish out as much deeps as possible. So I put like 15 points here and 1 point here in medium armor focus. 1% is not much, but it helps. I mean, I don't really think this is that necessary, because, you know, if you have a tank, it's fine. And also for soloing stuff in general, this is quite good. And in the Lady, so far I put 25% in Hardy. You don't get affected that much from poison, disease, or magic damage in general, because most of it is in fact elemental damage that you get in this game. But this helps a lot if you do Sanctum hard modes and stuff. This will, like, I don't even have to block the little meteors and the World Shaper. You need to get out of it anyway, but I don't block the small ones anymore that come before the big World Shaper. So yes, 10%, 10 points here in Thick Skinned, just to get that round up 5% of less damage from dots. I don't really, I mean, there are that many dots in the game that you can really get, but for example, Manticora, the bleeding is something that you get when he stomps, and this helps a little bit offsetting the damage that you get. And then of course Elemental Defender. This is going to be probably the most important for you. I kind of leveled it out for now. In later points I will put more in here. I will get this to 30 at least, and then put bam 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 bam, put all the stuff here in Elemental Defender. And that's basically the champion system. There's not much more. So the next thing is the skills. Pretty much straightforward. If you like want to have kind of a detailed version, I really suggest go to Alcast's thread on Tamil Foundry and just look at it. He put up some good stuff in there, and yeah. By the way, Alcast also makes kind of decent YouTube videos. Actually, I like him quite a lot. I will link it too, so you can check it out and also give him some love. Give him some love. Love him. He's a great guy. He's a really great guy. He deserves it. He's probably one of the best theory crafter I know, honestly. But let's start here with a spell, skills and stuff. This is your main spell. Like 95% of the stuff you do in combat will be this, biting jabs. This is actually quite ridiculous. I mean, the damage is insane, and it does AoE in front of you, and it also gives the crit buff for 8 seconds. 10% crit for 8 seconds, triggered by jabs. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, the damage from this thing it's ridiculous. When you go into I uploaded a full run of Dragonstar Arena a couple of days ago with my Templar. That's where the biting jabs really shines, because you can, you know, when the mobs spawn in the arena, you get that little portal, and as soon as the portal appears, when a mob is spawning, you can just jab the portal, and it will straight go through and the mob, and if your damage is high enough, the mob doesn't even appear. The portal will just disappear and no mob will come out, because of basically biting jabs. That's how ridiculous it is. And it's also like just the main single target spell itself. So yes, there's no way around this. Steel Tornado, probably the best AoE ability in the game. The range, I mean 12.5 meters. You know, Impulse just has like what, 6? It's like nothing. And this will hit like you can snipe. You can snipe with AoE attacks with this. It's pretty much, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Quick Cloak. I like this quite a lot. You pop it up and you take 20% less damage from area attacks. That's like stuff that's on the ground. When you have like red voids or whatever, or just AoEs in general, just use this and you take 20% less damage. Just quite good. And we also use Quick Cloak for the speed buff, because you can run like Sonic the Hedgehog. I can show you later, combined with a bow passive. But yeah, and this also does a little bit of AoE DPS, so it's okay. It's really okay. I really like it. The next one, I have Rending Slashes in here for now, because for single target boss fights, usually I just occasionally pop it in after 50%, 25%. These marks you can hit like a Rending Slash. Or there are also occasions, for example Manticora, when you stand ended and he does the stomp, you have to block the stomp. But I mean, when you block, you can't jab. You can't block cast jabs, it doesn't work. So in that time I just use Rending Slashes and then like a Steel Tornado right after. So you do damage while you block without using jabs. So yeah, because you can't, because this will get you killed. And then Camouflaged Hunter. Camouflaged is, I don't know what to say about Camo. Camo is buggy at the moment, and I don't really know if they ever going to fix it. Camouflage, it's basically you activate it and you kill one undead mob or a Daedric mob and you will have it on. Basically almost like forever. It never runs out. It's buggy. It's like when you look here at the duration. Oh, I can't go up there right now with my cursor, but when you look in the tooltip at duration, it says 15 seconds, right? But it's more like 15 minutes per mob that you kill. So what I do before I go anywhere in a dungeon or in the arena or in a trial, I go to Spellscar, activate Camouflaged Hunter, and kill like 2 or 3 full zombie groups at these big pillars there with it. You just activate it, before you kill the first group, and then you just Steel Tornado down the mob group, and then don't bother with it anymore, don't touch the skill anymore, just go to the next, kill it, go to the next, kill it. And if you see Camouflaged Hunter popping up in your damage statistics, whatever add-on you use, or if you don't use it, but it will work, and then you'll have it, and it will be up there until you die. When you die, it's gone. And then next one, Flawless Stormbreaker. Oh wait, we haven't been ready here. For Daedric mobs and undead, you also have like a 15% chance to get additional 6,260 magic damage. For me, it's basically like 11 or 12k on crit, and that's pretty huge. This is like when you have a Daedra mob, it's basically a battle with Jabs and Camo Hunter for the highest damage in your log in the end, because this is pretty good, even for non-Daedric mobs. 4% chance to proc is quite decent. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Flawless Stormbreaker as ultimate for the first bar. You don't really use it. You will use this when, like, for example, you fight a boss or mobs or whatever, and your ultimate is not ready, but you want to get that little bit of extra damage on it. You can use this, because on the Templar it just costs, like you see here, 98 ultimate, which isn't much. So it's pretty cheap and you can just bump it in. But I wouldn't really suggest to use this as like a main spell. It's basic as a main ultimate. It's basically just to get, while slotted, your weapon damage is increased by 8%. That's basically it. It will buff up your biting jabs, your steel tornado, your quick cloak, your rending slashes. And by the way, if you need a bit survivability, because like in an arena, for example, just use Blazing Shield instead. Put Blazing Shields here and you're good to go. You don't need rending slashes there. It's just for a couple bosses. I usually only use it in Sanctum. Nowhere else. Everywhere else I just go with Blazing Shield, because, you know, sometimes there are occasions where you just get a big hit and you can just prevent it by getting the shield on. It also does damage when when the shield's depleting. It explodes in a bit of damage. Not much though, but it's okay. Second bar, my bow bar basically. The poison injection. Because, you know, the increase for the master bow, weapon damage increase, that's why you want to have this here. That's basically it. And you can use it on bosses when they are 50%, just pop it in, but only, use it only when you have to switch to your second bar anyway, because of ultimate, for example. Don't switch to this bar and use poison injection like in mid-fight. You will lose a tremendous amount of DPS doing that. It's not worth it. But just if you have to switch anyway for ultimate, use this also. Otherwise, please don't. It will drop your DPS by at least like 3, 4, 5k. That's how much DPS loss that actually is, and you can't catch it up anymore. Scorched Earth. For AoE fights, I just start off by popping a Scorched Earth on the ground. So also for boss fights, etc., I just I just put Scorched Earth on the ground, so I have like a little bit of extra damage on top of it, and it lasts for a couple of seconds. This will also get better with update 7. So yeah, it will be on par with Liquid Lightning. That's at least what Eric Roble said. But we will see how it works out in the end. Blazing Spear I have in here for now because I don't have Caltrops. If your Templar has Caltrops, even if it doesn't have Caltrops, try to get Caltrops. If you don't have it, you just use Blazing Spear. I mean, don't really use it, but put it in, because, you know, these days many raids have these stamina users lately, because it's actually good. And this helps out. I also use it sometimes in AoE or pop it before I engage the boss or something for a little bit extra damage and stuff. So yes, That's basically everything else about this. Repentance. You can leave it in, or you can use something else. I just like to have it when I do stuff on my own, or I'm in a dungeon group and there is no Templar healer, and I'm like the only Templar. I can at least use this to replenish my stamina by a little bit. It's not much that I can get back, but it's something, and it's okay. And then on top of it again, Camouflage Hunter, because this also just gives you the 10% crit. And Ultimate, here I use different things. Usually I use the Ice Comet. You can also go for Shooting Star. Most people will even recommend the Shooting Star because you get like extra ultimate back. When you use it on single target, you get 12 ultimate instantly. When you hit more than one target, you get 12 per target, so you can use it more often. But honestly, on this character, I forget to light or medium attack quite a lot, so I wouldn't really benefit from it. So I rather take a little bit more damage initially. Just because of that, because I don't get my ultimate ready, because I forget to light attack all the time. Because of the jabs. It's just like jab, 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 jab. But, I mean, you can basically use here what you want. I prefer Ice Comet. Other people prefer Shooting Star. Go for what you think is the best for you. And also, in some occasions, I use this. Solar Disturbance. Because it does a little bit more damage. Does it actually? Oh, whatever, that doesn't matter. You can use Solar Prison or Solar Disturbance, because sometimes even your stamina deeps, sometimes you have to put a Nova for stuff like Hera Last Boss, or AA Last Boss, or Sanctum. Sometimes you have to use it, and it's not even bad, the damage is quite good. But that's basically it. I mean, of course the passives, get all of them here. Here it doesn't really matter because you don't use anything from here anyways, beside this. So I just took that when I used this, so I get that. I just tested this out. I don't really use Radiant Destruction because I'm not Magicka, so it's not worth that much. I probably should level this up just to get this. Saves a little bit cost. I don't even know why I didn't have it yet. Kind of ran past me. But yeah, whatever. I will get it at some point. And then here, I just put points in here because sometimes, you know, when you run around with people, sometimes you can just throw a heal. It's okay. Dual wield, everything max leveled beside Flurry, because Flurry is still shit. Zenimax, if someone from your company watches this video by any chance, Flurry is crap. It doesn't do enough damage, and the channeling time is way too high. It gets out DPS'd by Biting Jabs, Flying Blade, Molten Whip, or Whip in general. I mean, okay, Whip is basically, it's a Magicka skill, but it basically, this gets out DPS by everything else that other stamina users can use actually, and this is not worth anything. So please adjust this. But that's my little rant on it. But here you take everything. Also, this is basically the weapon combination of sword and mace is basically just due to this. For the mace, you get 10% ignore armor. So your weapon attacks ignore 10% of the enemy's armor. That plus sharpened is kind of overtuned at the moment. And for the sword, you get 2.5% more damage. so that's why. And then the bow, I just have these two, and in some occasions, you know, when it's necessary to go range, I just took this. Also for PvP, I mean, you can get all of them if you have more skill points than I have, because I'm a little scrub lord and I'm a lazy fuck too, so, you know, 157 is enough for me. And also get all the passives here. This is the best. Increase your movement speed by 30% for 2 seconds after you execute a dodge roll. You can do the Sonic the Hedgehog. As I said, I show you in a second. I show you after I talked about this crap here. You don't wear any light armor, so this is not that important. Medium armor, I put everything in here. I don't really sneak, so I didn't put any points in here because I really don't need it. If you go and pick locks, or if you go stealing and just burglary and stuff, and you're sneaky little stabbity stab guy, and yeah, you just get this, but it's not really needed for DPS. This is your own choice. And then heavy armor, because you know, the Ravager, you have 2 pieces of heavy armor on you. Just get all of these. This doesn't work anyway, because you need 5 pieces. But the rest works with 1 or 2 pieces. So this gives you a little bit more survivability overall. The werewolf, I highly recommend being werewolf for this build, because it gives you 15% more stamina generation. So yeah, don't miss out on it. The rest is not really important. I mean, I don't use it. It's just for the passive 15% stamina regeneration, so yeah. Fighters, blah blah blah. Camo, you need this. The rest it's just yeah. The passives, if you don't go into Cyrodiil, you don't need this. The last one, Bounty Hunter, because this is only for Cyrodiil quests that you can do to fight some NPCs and stuff. But the rest is pretty much a must-have. Same as all of this, basically, because of the Ice Comet or the Shooting Star. Undaunted, of course you need this. Both of them. It gives you a little bit extra stats, so... And this gives you a little bit extra resources when you use a synergy. Racials, I'm a red guard. If you consider leveling a character due to this video or Alcast's guide, get a red guard. I would recommend it. Even though I would, at the moment, I would rather kind of head in the direction of being an orc, because orc will get pretty good passives with update 7. But for now, I mean, I think this will work too, even in update 7, pretty good. Red Guard is basically, right now it's the best stamina race that you can basically choose, because it gives you 9% more stamina recovery in combat, which is okay. 10% max stamina, which is, it's the best that you can get, basically. And you get 948 stamina back on melee attacks every 3 seconds. This is pretty good. The orc will have 6% stamina increase, 6% HP. It's the same as it is now. So it has 4% less max stamina. This is gone on the orc, you don't get this, but you will get 4% flat melee damage. So every melee ability that you have will do 4% more. And I think it will be applied before other multiplicators as the champion system. So it will in fact actually be more than 4% in the end. It also has these 10% more sprint speed and 12%, was it 12 or 24% sprint cost reduction, so it's pretty good if you're trying to go speed runs and stuff. So I'm leveling a DK, stamina DK as orc right now in preparation for update 7. So yes, provisioning, you need was this? Yeah, this is quite good. So you have 20 minutes longer on your buff food. But alchemy, medicinal use, I was too lazy yet to get it, or I didn't really have time for it. And gold, as you see here, this is basically, that's what all my characters have right now, just around 10k. I'm poor as fuck, just because of upgrading this character. This character is worth like 1.5 million, so like the gear and everything is like worth 1 to 1.5 million in total. If you also calculate in the upgrade materials. So yeah, it's pretty expensive. But Alcast has some alternatives in his thread. So yet again, you might want to check that out too. But get this, so you don't have, you have like almost 100% uptime on your potions. Because the potion is also kind of, important. Because it gives you that brutality buff for 20% more weapon damage. So you want to keep this up. And I don't know if you know the trick yet, but I don't even know if it's considered an exploit or whatever. But I have this Grey Mind quick slot bar here for my potions, right? And when I'm low on stamina in combat, I can just go use the regular. This is the regular via 5 potion stamina. Yes, I can just look at it. I use it. See, it goes on cooldown. Then I switch to the weapon power potion, use it, and I have both of them active at the same time. It also increases my weapon damage, and I get the stamina regeneration, which is kind of decent at 988, and it gives double stamina. So I don't know if this is intended, but it works, and I wouldn't even consider this an exploit. Use it if you want, don't use it if you don't. I mean, I use it because sometimes I struggle with stamina, especially in longer fights where you have like sprinting and dodging involved in it, and blocking. So I actually welcome this, but that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to show you real quick the Sonic the Hedgehog. You just cast Blade Cloak and then you do a dodge roll on the boba, and then look how fast you are. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, dude. It's like pretty ridiculous. Look at it. Like meow. It's like Formula 1. Okay, now let's actually go over the rotation. So I will be back in a second. Alright. In a little break I just killed all this stuff here, so it doesn't interfere. The basic rotation looks like follows. You wanna put out your bow to start off the fight, and then what I do at least is you just go like this. You put your potion, right? Weapon power. Then you use this. You use your meteor. You pop a poison arrow, and then you just straight up jab. Just look at the 1 button. Are you spamming 1? That's basically it. That's all you have to do. It was like 20k and I don't have Camo Hunter on. It's just that easy, guys. That's all about it. That's the whole rotation. You might want to weave in light attacks. I just didn't do it because I always forget about them anyway. But that's basically it. It's very simple and easy, and you can concentrate more on other stuff with this kind of build. Yeah, that's it, and I don't know what else to say. Just another shout out to Alcast and Sizzle Baby Girl. Thank you for your great build. I like it, as many other people too, and I hope you're watching this, because otherwise I feel like a retard. But yes, that's it, and I'm going to upload the DK one tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. And I see ya.